Okay, hello everyone. Today we're going to be building something in Minecraft. We're not going to be building these pyramids. That's for the end of this unit in about 3 weeks, where you'll build a pyramid using this code right here. Today, what we're going to be doing is building a pattern using variables. And you haven't used variables yet, so this will be a really fun time to use them. How do you find your variables? Well, just click on this red button here and you'll see all these variables. You can make a variable by just typing something in. I choose blue, or rather I chose blue and green. You can see I've set blue to 10 and green to 0. So I'm going to show you exactly how this works. The first thing I'm going to do is make another block that just teleports the agent to me, like so. That's all. So now when I press RL, the agent teleports me. Good. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to say agent move forward by, instead of 1, I'm going to go to variables and drag blue over 1. Can you see how blue is equal to 10 and green is equal to 0? That should tell you a little bit about what's going to happen. Then I'm also going to, actually, let's play that first. There's something wrong with this code and hopefully you can see what it is. So we'll find out what I typed in for the code. There we go, it's pattern. Okay, so I'll type in pattern. You can see it moves forward, but it doesn't do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? Well, the reason why it doesn't do anything is because it's not placing anything on move. So we need to put this right here. Hopefully now we'll start placing things. So we'll go forward. We'll run a pattern. Now it starts placing things. There's also something else wrong with this code. It says blue to 10, but the blocks it's placing are not blue. So let's correct that, shall we? Okay. We're gonna set this right here be something blue. Let's do blue. Work with fine. Okay. Okay, I like this. Blue glazed terracotta. Yeah, why not? I'll use this. I don't know what it is, but I'll use it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, now my piping pattern. What happens? Wonderful. Okay. So it makes this blue pattern. Now to make the pattern I'm talking about, what it needs to do is also move forward by green. It's green set to 0 right now. So it's going to move forward by 0 points or zero places. So we're going to say move forward again by green. And you might be thinking, why is that necessary? Why don't you just put in nothing? Isn't that going to be better? Well, you're going to find out. The way we're going to build this is using variables, and you can see how we can change variables soon. Okay, so let's complete the code. Now what we want to do is we want to get the agent to go back here, up here, right there. How do we do that? Well, we press, or rather we go up by 1. We move forward, we'll move up by 1. Get rid of that there, and then we move backwards by blue. Because we move backwards by blue, then it's going to move the correct number of steps back to the original point. And we're going to need to do something a little bit different here later, but it's okay. We'll work on that later. Actually, we'll do it now. We'll do it right now. This is sort of something live. I didn't consider this, but let's do it right now. So we're going to move backwards by blue plus green, which is of course equal to 10. So now what's going to happen? Let's do RL. We'll type in pattern. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to go up. So here's a mistake. We don't want it to place when it goes backwards. We just want to reset. So we actually need another one of these. We need to put it right here. There we go. Switch that to off. And now that should be where we want to be. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Now we're going to get interesting and we're going to change the variable. So let's look here. We're going to change variable right here. So we'll put two of these down at the bottom. I'm just going to copy and paste it. We're going to change green by +1. Let's do it in order. We'll change blue rather by -1. So -1 is going to be 10 minus 1 is 9. And we're going to change green by +1. We don't need to add the plus here. We just type in 1. And that's going to make green 1. Okay. So if we now press RL to teleport, happy pattern, nothing visible is going to happen. Like nothing's actually happening here. Okay. But if we put this in a loop, we're going to see something happen, right? So there we go. Okay. I'm going to repeat this 10 times. Good. So now let's look at this code. Let's just break it down quickly. So we're setting blue to 10, setting green to 0. We're repeating this block of code 10 times, where it moves forward using this block by blue, which is 10, and then it moves forward by green, which is 0, moves up by 1, and then to go back, we switch off place on move so that it doesn't place on the way back, and it moves back by blue plus green, which is always equal to 10. And now we're changing blue and green to blue's going to go down by 1 each time it happens, and green's going to go up by 1 each time it happens. And we also, there's one more thing we need to do actually. We'll just, in just a second, I'm going to put it here just so it's ready, but I'm going to show you what happens if we don't do anything. Let's use Terracotta too. Okay, so RL. Okay, RL. Okay, now pattern. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, there we go. So what's happening here? It seems to be just going up to 10 the entire time, and it doesn't look like it's changing. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? Okay, so I know what's happening. We actually need this. That's the reason why. So if you put this here, you're going to see what's going to happen more clearly. Okay. RL pattern. Now you're going to see how it's going to make a pattern. There we go. Great. That's going to make 2, hopefully. Really good. And you can see how this pattern is going to move forwards each time. And eventually, the pattern is going to be complete so that it makes a complete 50-50 split of the green and the blue terracotta, which I have to say looks very cool. I do like this pattern and this design. And this is essentially what you're going to be doing in today's class. So this is an introduction to variables and how we can change variables to dynamically change our code. And later on, once we've got these fundamentals down, we're going to build the pyramid over there. And we're going to build the pyramid in our 4th lesson of this unit. So we're going to build some fundamentals first, do some really interesting stuff with this, and then we are going to be building the pyramid. So it's almost complete. I think there'll be one more. Okay, that's it. So the reason why I stopped there is because we set the code to repeat 10 times, which is fine. That's what we wanted. So to break down this code again, we use some variables, and the agent moves back by blue plus green, which is always equal to 10. And we make sure to place our move on and off in the right places, and make sure we set the blue and green in the right places too. And that's how we make this wonderful pattern. What you're going to do once you have finished this is you are going to make a spiral pattern, which I'm going to show you in the lesson. Okay, so that's everything for today's lesson. And yeah, you're going to do this today or whenever the lesson is for you. Depends when you're watching this, but that's what you're doing today. You'll learn some simple math, some simple stuff about variables. And yeah, it'll be really, really fun. And later on, there might be a interesting thing we could do with conditional statements, but I think we might get to the conditional stuff later in next week's lesson, where we learn about the modulo operator. Whoa, what's the modulo operator? You're going to find out. Okay, guys, so have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you all sometime during the week, depending on where you are. So, goodbye, everyone.